Hello friends, another brew day is upon us. We are doing a smoked porter today. So I'm trying to use up a lot of the stuff in my, I've got a box of malt there, I'll maybe show you that in a bit. That special malt that has been, it's been sitting there for a while, and yeah, I keep buying stuff and then putting it in there. So I'm not going to buy any more special malt until I get rid of most of the stuff in there. So this is a smoked porter. So it's a robust, technically it's a robust smoked porter. So this is the malt bill then. 3.6 kilos of Maris Otter, extra pale Maris Otter. 750 grams of Vienna. I'll explain that in a bit. 360 grams of smoked malt. So that's Rauch malt. Now, I've got 750 grams of smoked malt. I went mad and bought like a kilo of it. And it's pretty intense. Anyone who's brewed with smoked malt will tell you it's pretty intense. Now, I was thinking that I could use all 750 grams and then put a lot of like crystal in, and then that would kind of balance it up a little bit, which I think would work. And I do have crystal in there, but it's caramel and I prefer to use it on in like IPAs and stuff. So I do have a lot. I've got like 6 kilos of Vienna malt left. So I was thinking I could maybe put a lot of that in. You'll get a little bit of sweetness off that. I don't think as much as the crystal. So I've got 700. That's why I put the 750 grams in. And then after that, I then chickened out of using the 750 grams of smoked malt, and we put it down to 360. So yeah, so that's the story behind that you didn't want to know. We have got 335 grams of Flaked barley. That's the last of that. So I finally got rid of one of the bags in there, Flaked barley. 250 grams of chocolate malt, 250 grams of brown malt, and 200 grams of black malt as well. Going into that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 malts going in. So yeah. So it's complex, let's say that. The hops in are Helga. Trying to get through that bag of Helga, and Goldings going in at 15 minutes. Helga going in 60 minutes. For an IBU of around 34. So that's within style. And then we are going to be using USO5. Something's happened, okay? I had to document this because this is the most ludicrous thing that's ever happened to anybody ever, I think. Definitely to me, anyway. So, basically, I kegged a smoked porter, a full keg of smoked porter last week, okay? and I tasted it tonight, last weekend. I've had 2 pints of it already tonight. Very nice beer it was. And then I come out to have a 3rd pint, or at least maybe to have something else. And this is what I found. Okay, so this is the Kaiser. So it's in top 4, but I put it in the 3rd position. And I came in and I seen, what's this? What is that down there? Is that keg been fucking leaking? In fact, I heard the hiss because the gas was leaking out the top. The whole keg is emptied. The whole keg is emptied into the bottom of the bloody Kaiser. I mean, how is it not coming out that hole at the bottom? There's a little mark there, but nothing else. Maybe it's frozen or something at the bottom. I don't know, but the whole I've lost an entire keg. The entire keg of beer is down there, other than 2 pints. What? Hold on, let's investigate. Okay, so I've lifted. I took it off, so I'd actually cleaned this keg, and I've obviously not put the post on properly, or I've not tightened it enough, because look, it's all coming out round there, and that's where it's leaking from. I mean, I should be furious, but that's quite amusing, to be honest. You know the worst about it? That beer was very nice. It was incredibly nice. But alas, this is the tasting video for the smoked porter. So what about that then? What the fuck am I going to do about that? Have you ever seen anything like that before? I mean, that is insane, right? Not just me. The most insane thing is that there's a little hole in the bottom corner there. That it's there to, when you defrost the freezer, that all the water will drain out just onto the floor or whatever. For some reason, nothing's coming out, even though it is literally filled with beer at this point. So we're gonna have to get that cleared up now. It's 10 past 11 on a Friday night. Okay, I had 2 beers. I had 2 of them actually, and I'm thinking like, what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna post that video up? Because I've done all the grain stuff, and I just needed to do the glass stuff. So I thought, let's just scoop out a pint from the bottom of the freezer, and we'll do it now. And here it is. Look, it's kind of, there's like stuff floating about in the top. I don't know what that is. Hopefully that's yeast. I don't know what that is. But let's try and do some kind of beer review. I know this is not the way, if you're seeing this video for the first time, this is not the way it normally is in this channel, okay? It can be a bit mad at times, but it's not normally as bad as this. That has never happened to me before. And I think I'm still in a state of shock and denial that I've got one empty keg that I've only had 2 pints of, and the rest of the keg is in the bloody bottom of the Kaiser. So yeah, let's do some kind of beer review, and then at least we'll have some kind of content. So it won't be for nothing, that entire keg. And it isn't for nothing because I got 2 pints out of it, and I've had a good think about the beer itself. And let's see. I mean, it doesn't look good. It looks flat, pretty much. But I mean, when it was poured, it was a lovely head on it. You could tell that it was a kind of big thick stout on it. Those flaked oats in it really did work a treat. Or flaked barley it was actually. And the nose is actually still the same. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise because it's literally been poured not that long ago, at some point in the last hour. I could hear the hiss. I could hear the hiss of the gas when it came in here, and it must have been half an hour, something like that, maybe. maybe half an hour. Hear the gas open the lid and goes like, oh shit. How am I gonna do a beer review? Look, my eye is streaming, look, as well too. Something's bothering my eyes as well too. This is disastrous. I should be furious about it as well, and all I can do is laugh. Okay. Okay, on the nose, it is just insane chocolate. I was thinking it was, the first time I smelled it, I was thinking, is that like chocolate? And then I was thinking, no, it's like chocolate ice cream. And it was like, no, it's definitely chocolate, but what kind of chocolate is it? And the thing that I think it smells like, even now, is, it's like, have you ever had a chocolate protein shake? That is kind of what that reminds me of. Now how and why, I'm not sure. But that is what it reminds me of, so let's go in. Let's get this over and done with, please, because I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. It's freaking 11 on a Friday night, come on. It's really cold as well too, my hand's freezing. Probably because the bottom of the freezer must be super cold. Obviously it's cold as well too tonight. So yeah, it is quite cold. Colder than what it should be. What it was before. But it is a really nice beer. It's kind of... It has loads of chocolate on it, okay? So there was brown malt and chocolate malt in it. So I think that's where that comes. There's a real kind of sweetness to it. We put in the Vienna, and the whole point was the smoked malt. I was trying to balance the smoked malt with the kind of the Vienna malt or whatever else I used in it, and I wasn't sure whether that was a good idea, and then I chickened out and then changed the recipe at the last minute. And there is definitely the smoke, but it's right on the end and it's very faint. And I'm honestly thinking now I haven't put enough in. So I probably should have went with the gut and not the head and put the lot in. So I think I used 360 grams, something like that, of smoked malt, and I wish I had just put the lot in, because I think you can taste it, but it's right on the end. So having said that though, it was I was going to say it is a really nice beer. It was a really nice beer, because let's be honest, I'm not drinking any more than this. It was a really, really nice beer. In a way, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Hokum Stomp, in that it has this kind of real intense sweet caramel. In the Hokum Stomp, it's like a caramel flavour, I'm sure I'm getting off it. Caramel, toffee, all that type of thing. This is more kind of chocolate with maybe a little bit of caramel or something, but it kind of reminds me of that in a way, which is not a bad thing at all. It's a very good thing actually, but it's not what I wanted. I wanted a smoked porter, and I think it is a very good porter. Was a very good porter, but I don't think it's not what I want. It's not what I'm going to get, let's be honest. So I'm obviously going to brew this again, okay? And we need to, let's not even think about what's going on over there. Let's not even think about that. But yeah, I think we will definitely, the irony here is that I need to brew it again, but I don't have enough smoked malt, because half of the smoked malt I think went into that one. So I don't have enough smoked malt to get the flavour that I know I now need. So that is the irony. Got everything else but the smoked malt now, so I'm going to end up having to buy more smoked malt. But you know, I'm going to buy more stuff anyway. I think I'm going to get stocked up because of the price. Have you seen the price of everything these days? Absolutely insane. So I can't afford to be throwing beer away. I'm filling the keezer. Literally the keezer is filled with beer. Okay, I'm going to go because I have got a lot of cleaning to do. Got the marigolds out. Can you see them? No. They're over there somewhere. Marigolds, pint glass, old fermenter. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Get it out. And then tomorrow we'll do the hard yards and just get scrubbing. It's just horrendous. Why always me? Why always me? Okay, it's the next day, so this is the keg, I've given it a clean, and you can see straight away, there is the problem there. There's a big chunk out of that O-ring. That would do it. That would do that for sure. So you put the disconnect on, and then it's just going to leak out and down the side. So the post is on fine, it's the O-ring. The funny thing is though, I changed all the O-rings, or checked all the O-rings a few weeks ago, and replaced ones. So I've either missed this or it's happened within the last, I don't know, 2 weeks. But yeah, either way, lesson learned.